pretty freaky happened to me. I've told this story before, but
let me just ask you a question.
Sure.
Where's the connection to you and Freddie Prinze?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you guys see a connection?
Do you understand that connection? Because I know that's your brother back there. It's kind of interesting, but do you know anything about Freddie Prinze?
Not really, no.
Okay, this is your homework. I'm giving him homework.
Okay.
But when you leave today, I want you to look up Freddie Prinze. He's definitely in your space, almost like what Coriel and I would call a guide. And he was a comedian back in the 70s. God, I'm giving away my age. Yeah. But there's, and his son is an actor, by the way.
Yeah, I've heard of Freddie Prinze Jr.
His father, yeah. You have a connection to that energy. So,
I'll have to look into that.
yeah, and it's kind of interesting because I kind of feel like, the energy of where 6 degrees of separation, somehow in here, I kind of feel like back in the family, you guys are connected somehow. I bet you if you look it up, you find it out. Do the family tree.
I was going to say that I walked into my attic and I had a freaky moment. I've told this story before, but I had a picture fall from the ceiling and it fell straight up on the windowsill. And it was a picture of a little girl. She must have been like 9 years old or something.
Blonde hair?
Yeah, she's blonde hair. Do you see anything there? Do you know why that happened?
This is a rental house, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. There's some interesting energy in that house. What I'm going to suggest you do is to sage the house. And this is for anybody that moves into a house or an apartment that you're renting, or even your own house. But once a month, it's a great idea to sage, which is basically cleaning out any energies that are unwanted.
Okay, so how do we do that?
You get some sage. You can go to any metaphysical store, or there's local stores around, and you just, sometimes you can burn sage. I got to be honest, it smells a little bit like pot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't smoke. I mean, I've never been drunk. I've never done drugs.
Never,
but
right?
when I lit it, my kids were like, "Are you smoking pot?" And I'm like, "No," because it smells a little bit like it. So I personally, for me, I use a little sage. You can use cedar wood, or I buy a smudge spray, they call it. And basically, you just go from room to room and you clean it, and you ask the spirits that don't belong there, that are not of God's light, to just leave. And usually,
so you feel like there was a spirit there.
Oh no, there is, and there's actually 2 other spirits that are connected to where you live, and one of them is and one of them is an older gentleman. That place that you're living at is considered like over 100 years old. That property, correct?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's connected to that property. He still thinks it's his house.
Oh. Okay.
Which isn't a bad thing. I don't pick it up as it being a negative thing for you, but there's definitely an energy of an older man there. Okay. So if you smell something off, or something that smells a little pungent, it's just, that's his energy.
Okay.
And then there's someone else that's also connected in there, but for me it's more of a little boy about 3 or 4 years old whose family was connected also to that area of the property or the house. I'm thinking it's more the. I'm thinking it's more the property.
Stand on up. Here, what's your name?
Dawn.
Hi, Dawn.
What would you like to ask?
I've lost both my parents within the last 2 years. I was just wondering if you see anything.
Okay, when's your birthday?
December 30th.
Oh, you're a Capricorn. That's energy. And you have 3 children?
2. And a granddaughter.
You have 3 children.
Your granddaughter's basically your child.
No.
2 boys and my granddaughter.
And you have 3 children.
Okay.
You have one upstairs.
Okay.
Right?
No.
Never miscarried?
No.
Nothing? That's interesting. They want to connect a 3rd child to you upstairs. So.
Would you be the one pregnant?
No.
No. Are you kidding? Well, at her age, hey, who knows? Okay, they're connecting 3, and I have to say there's one connected upstairs. So if it's not to you, you also have 2 siblings or 3 siblings here. Are you one of?
I had a brother that passed. He was born.
He was what?
Stillborn.
Okay. All right. I could see the difference of how they want to connect that. Okay. And you said you have 2 boys. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. And the grandson. Granddaughter. Okay. Grandson coming. That's the next one. It'll be coming. Well, in the next order, whenever there's pregnancy in there, it'll be a boy. That's a boy, by the way. Like, I keep getting kicked from which is cute. With you and your mom, let me just ask you, too, is there a Polish connection somewhere in here? Who's got the Polish connection? Okay, I'm going to come to you in a minute because they're kicking me with a thing. Okay, Oh gosh, June, birthday anniversary of passing?
My dad passed in June, my mom in October.
Okay, I need to give the June, which for me would be your father, and there's just the acknowledgement of it, and Dad passed first and then Mom passed? Okay, I need to acknowledge that too. Oh my goodness. Are you thinking of selling or moving?
Selling my house, yeah.
Yes, I need to just tell you that this is a good thing for you to do, and they're acknowledging it from the other side, or he's acknowledging it for me, and it's coming from your dad. Okay. And it's kind of interesting because he was, although I feel like Mom's kind of talkative, but Dad seems to be a little bit more in charge at the moment. Mm-hmm. Like he's putting Mom in her place a little bit. Makes sense to you with their energy? Yeah, because she wants to talk for me, and I need to also acknowledge, do you often go to the doctor and do regular appointments the way you're supposed to? Yeah. Yes. This is coming from your mother, and she's telling you to stop being, as my mom would call a yenta. So you really need to start taking a little bit better care of yourself. Not that I say anything really, nothing major big deal, but you become a little lackadaisical in it. And your mother, and this is important too for your mom, because your mom passed of things that she makes me feel if things were different with her, it might not have affected her before her passing. Do you understand that? Mm-hmm. Okay. With your dad, though, he's all about the money, the house, the whole thing, and he's making me feel like, are you going to actually move out of state?
No.
Okay, or out of the county? Because I feel like you're moving away from...
Out of the county.
Out of the county, okay. This is a good move. And is the house up for sale right now?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Do it before the end of October, if you want to...
So will there be a good offer there for you to take?
Yeah, it'll be about a month and a half. I feel like by January, February, you'll actually be able to sell. Okay, and your father is just, for me, acknowledging, you could be a real stickler. You know, so if you're putting the house up for like $99,999, you can go down to $95,000. It won't kill you. I'm not saying that's what the amount is, but he's making me wanting to tell you that just realize you need to be a little bit flexible. But this is really a good move, and it's also connected. Can I ask where the name Jason comes in connected to you, or Jay? Okay, there's definitely a Jay or a Jason connected, and if it's not to you, ask your sons, because there's a connection in here. He's acknowledging that name from Spirit. And also, would you understand that there's another male in Spirit that steps forward, and this is not your stillborn brother, but this is someone that you knew. For me, that I feel like I want to go to high school with you, that passed over from either a car accident or a motorcycle accident.
An ex-boyfriend in high school that died, yes.
Okay, I need to acknowledge that because he's coming through to say hello to you.
Okay.
So, okay, and your mom, for me also, she wanted to acknowledge too that, did you do something with a plant or something?
I have her Christmas cactus.
Okay, because I need to acknowledge the plant, and she makes me feel like you're doing a good job with it, although not as good as she could have. Yeah. But I need to acknowledge that, and then also, but with the ex-boyfriend too, this was important because this is around the time of the year. He makes me feel like, if you do think about him, there's something connected to your relationship this time of the year or the fall season. Do you understand that?
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, but you made an impression on him because he was what we would have called a troubled youth on some level.
I can see that.
Yeah, and you changed his life before he passed. So there's an acknowledgement for that. So they're definitely in your space.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Okay, I'm going to go to the pregnant lady here. Since you kept getting stuff.
Now, if that's not a boy, I'll eat my shoe.
I was just wondering what feelings you got about the baby.
Oh, that's a beautiful little intuitive little thing coming out of there. And I will tell you this, if it's not a boy, that's going to be a little girl who's a tomboy up the yin-yang, okay, because the energy is very male dominant, okay, for me. And, of course, I have a 50-50 shot. Let's get this straight. You know, I could be wrong. But very musically inclined, so whenever you play any music near your belly, you'll feel the baby move, right? Even just talking, that's, God bless, that's going to be a good thing.
Do you have any names picked out yet?
We're still talking, but we're talking about maybe Leah or Liam.
Okay. Are you hoping for a boy or a girl, or you don't care?
I'd probably prefer a girl, but next time then, if it's a boy this time.
Well, when you find out, you let us know. You can find me on Facebook and tell me, but if it is a girl, I'm going to just say this, that's going to be a little tomboy girl. Because it's very, that energy coming out of you is very male-dominated, so that's why I'm picking it up that way.
Okay.
Are you due in December?
No, I'm due any time now.
Oh, anytime now. Okay.
Oh, let's hope she.
Okay, wait, no. That's fine. You'll probably go in 2 weeks. But where's the connection to December? Because Spirit's really strong with that for you. Birthday, anniversary, or passing. Okay, psychic amnesia. You'll figure it out when you get home. But there's a connection in December.
Hard to think on the spot.
I know it always is, but it's not, and it's not connected to Christmas and Thanksgiving. It's not that. But there's someone in your family that's okay. Mom's crossed over. Your grandmother on mom's side.
Yes.
Is coming from her energy to you, and it's a definite connection. You were very young when she passed?
No, I wasn't very young.
Okay, who was the young one she's connecting in? I mean, like 3, 4, 5 years old when she passed?
I would have no idea.
Okay, again, I'm going to just say when you go home and kind of figure it out, it could be great-grandchild, but there's a connection to when she passed and one of the birthdays here in the family. And it's also like a namesake, so someone's named after someone in spirit. Could be first name or middle name. Okay, but they're acknowledging the namesake, and she comes in very strong with you around December. There's a connection with you specifically in the month of December and with her energy. So I would say you go home and think about it, and then let me know. You can always
December.
tell me.
Okay, we want to get a couple more in. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
Stand on up.